What is going on with the money? Look at the background and tell me, can you see it? If you picked out that the M2 money supply is decreasing while the USA Treasury dollars are increasing, you would be correct. What people don't notice is that we are legitimately in the middle of transitioning our currency over to the USA Treasury dollars. And the M2 money is the fiat currency. This is why Jerome Powell from the Federal Reserve is holding up the same exact pyramid that said we are the 0.1% because they are the M2 money. Changing over from a debt-based fiat currency system over to a credit-based US Treasury system.
Paper currency never works. It always crashes. And we are just at the moment that we have the time to convert that to Treasury dollars.
With the current evaluation being for every 1,777 M2 fiat dollar, you're going to get $1 in the new USA Treasury dollars. But the thing is that people forget that we have done this before. Back in 1862, President Lincoln issued $450 million directly from the USA Treasuries. Okay, these debt-free, interest-free notes were known as the greenback currency. And on June 4th, 1963, President Kennedy signed Executive Order 11110, issuing $4.3 billion directly from the USA Treasury, bypassing the Federal Reserve Bank. These debt-free interest notes were known as silver certificates. It's funny how both these gentlemen were assassinated, right? Now, why in the world would we do that? And what led us up to this point? Well, we can certainly talk about the Titanic, right? But that's for another video. If you know, then you know. Well, we can thank our great late President Woodrow Wilson for helping create the Federal Reserve back in 1913. And from his statement, he knew he messed up. Because ever since the creation of the Federal Reserve, we have lost legitimately 99.7% of our whole entire purchase power. 1913, the Federal Reserve was created. 1929, the Great Depression. 1933, the gold seizure. 1944, the Bretton Woods Agreement to make the U.S. fiat dollar the global reserve currency. Then we had 1971, where we abandoned the gold standard, and look at where we're at right now. And as the Federal Reserve continues to print more money, adding to the U.S. national debt, there are countries that are looking to abandon the U.S. dollar. With all that in mind, we are limited on what we could actually do to solve this problem because they keep on printing the money. And going to Treasury dollars is one of the only solutions that we have. It will actually flip the whole entire script and make them where they were the 1%. Upgrading the whole entire system so it could be more interoperable, more scalable, more secured, more transparent, and going to a new monetary system that is backed by commodities. You have to ask this question, are they federal and do they hold any reserves? Unfortunately, this currency right here would have to collapse. How do we know that we are in the middle of it?
Clearest indicators of when a fiat currency is going to decline into collapse is when those who are holding its debt sell the debt, and the government, central bank, has to print money to buy that debt in large size while that's going down. Those are the most important indicators. So that you can see it, again, I want to repeat, selling the debt so that there's a big supply-demand imbalance, and the central bank having to come in there and buy the debt that no one else will buy in large quantity, so that then there's a currency devaluation. You have those three things aligned, the currency devaluation going down at the same time as those other two things are happening, and that's been a classic. It's like a bank run. They come to the bank, there's not enough money in the bank, and so they have to make up the difference by the printing of money.
And Ray Dalio says it best. And how do you know that we're in the middle of this transition? Check this out. The US federal tax revenue is decreasing.
Holding Dubai's first ever gold currency. We have made this from 24 karat pure gold, and each note weighs 0.1 grams and each piece has a unique serial number on it.
We have countries that are legitimately creating their own gold currency, right? And we are going to be embarking into this new world, whether you want to believe it or not. And again, nothing can stop what is coming. Everything is happening so quickly and so fast. And it's going to happen when we least expect it. This is why it's very important to know what you hold. Let's go!